Hello my fishing friends and fellow anglers. Welcome back to the channel for your essential fishing forecast. Today we're diving deep into what awaits us on Monday, the 29th of December 2025, across the beautiful waters of the United Kingdom. Now you might be thinking, December? Isn't it too cold for good fishing? And to that I say, hold on to your hats, because this day holds some fascinating possibilities. While winter fishing always presents its unique challenges, the conditions for this Monday are setting up for a surprisingly stable day on the water, with opportunities for those who know where to look and what to use. Get ready, because with the right approach, you could be landing some impressive catches. Let's talk about our prime targets for this crisp winter day. Based on the conditions, I've got three fantastic species in mind for you. First up, the mighty pike. These ambush predators are surprisingly active throughout the winter, and trust me, some of the biggest specimens are caught when the water is cold. Given the chilly inland water temperatures, pike won't be expending much energy chasing, so slow and deliberate presentations are absolutely key. Where to find them? Look for them lurking around deeper features like drop-offs, submerged structures, or the fringes of dense weed beds, especially where smaller fish might be sheltering for warmth. My advice, friends, is to use a dead bait like a small roach or smelt, presented on a simple float rig or a ledger setup. Work your lures incredibly slowly with plenty of pauses. Remember, a pike in cold water needs an easy meal, so present it right to their nose. They're not going to travel far for it. Patience is your best bait here. Next, let's turn our attention to the aggressive perch. Winter can be a fantastic time to target the bigger ones, my friends. While smaller perch might move inshore, the larger specimens tend to be more solitary and seek cover. In these cold inland waters, perch will be lethargic, so focusing on presenting your bait directly to them, rather than relying on them to chase actively, is crucial. Look for them around features like jetties, bridge pilings, sudden drop-offs, and even canal beds where they can ambush smaller bait fish. A slower, more deliberate presentation is crucial. Try small jigs with soft plastic grubs, tiny spinners, or a simple float rig with a maggot or worm presented slowly and precisely. Often, a gentle lift and drop is all it takes to entice a bite in those deeper, tight-to-cover areas. And for our dedicated sea anglers, the mighty cod is synonymous with winter fishing in the UK. These impressive fish migrate inshore for their spawning season, which runs from October through February. You'll want to target rough ground marks, ideally anywhere from 50 to 100 feet deep, especially after a period of unsettled weather. Why these locations? The rough ground provides cover and holds plenty of food dislodged by currents. You can find them from piers, breakwaters, and even some beaches. For bait, fresh lugworm, ragworm, or squid are highly effective. A simple 2 or 3 hook paternoster rig will serve you well. Cast out and let it sit. Cod are not always active hunters in these temperatures, so presenting a tempting, easy meal is paramount. Now let's break down the conditions for this Monday, the 29th of December 2025. First, the weather. Expect air temperatures across much of the United Kingdom to be quite cold, ranging from about 1 to 5 degrees Celsius or 33 to 42 degrees Fahrenheit. We're looking at generally stable high pressure dominating the weather system, which often means fewer abrupt changes to spook fish. Wind will be light, coming from various directions, so it shouldn't significantly impact your casting or presentation. As for precipitation, it's looking mostly dry with some mostly cloudy skies during the day, becoming partly cloudy at night. There's a low chance of light snow, around 10% in some areas, and an increased possibility of overnight fog and frost, especially in inland regions. These cold, stable conditions will push fish into deeper, more sheltered areas where they can conserve energy. Regarding water temperature, inland waters like our lakes and rivers will be cold, likely averaging between 5 and 10 degrees Celsius or 41 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Coastal sea temperatures around the UK typically range from about 6 to 12 degrees Celsius or 43 to 54 degrees Fahrenheit in December. This low temperature means fish metabolism is significantly slower. They won't be actively chasing food but will be looking for easier, less energy-intensive meals and will seek out slightly warmer pockets of water, often in deeper sections, sheltered bays, or areas with less current. Also keep in mind that winter waters are often clearer, meaning fish can be easily spooked, so approach with stealth. And the all-important moon phase. On the 29th of December 2025, the moon will be in a waxing gibbous phase with an illumination of about 69 to 77%. The moon will be roughly 9 to 10 days old. Popular fishing wisdom often suggests that a waxing moon can stimulate fish activity as its gravitational pull gradually increases, affecting tides and potentially fish feeding patterns. While it's not a full moon frenzy, this phase often brings a steady, improving bite, especially as the moon rises in the mid to late afternoon and is visible through most of the night. So don't let the moon deter you entirely, it's just another factor to consider in overall fish activity. My clear assessment for the 29th of December 2025 is that overall fish activity will be PT capricious to moderate. The cold water, stable high pressure, and the potential for overnight frost will definitely make general activity challenging, pushing many fish into deeper, more sheltered areas. However, for those targeting species like cod, pike, perch, and chub, with the right patient tactics and precise bait presentation, there will absolutely be opportunities. It's a day for persistence, observation, and getting your bait exactly where the fish are holding, rather than expecting a full-on feeding frenzy. This is because fish eat less in colder months and will be conserving energy, so my friends, while it's late December, don't let the weather deter you completely. With the right preparation and a keen eye for those holding spots, you can still have a rewarding day on the water. So there you have it, my friends. Get out there, stay warm, and remember, a day fishing is always better than a day at work. I wish you all tight lines and ni chvosta, ni cheshwi, no tail, no scales. If you found this forecast helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more expert tips, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss a single video. And tell me in the comments below, what are your go-to winter fishing spots and baits in the UK? Have you had any surprising winter catches lately? Your insights help everyone in our fantastic angling community. Until next time, keep those lines wet and those spirits high.